Hi guys and welcome back to Adam's Aquatic. Today's Tuesday and we're here for another vlog style video. We're going to go through the ins and the outs and what's happened in the fish room this week. So we're going to start off over here in my Ocelotus Gold tank, where I'm happy to say there is now three different generations of fry. So we've got the really small, the normal, the medium-sized fry, then the really small fry over here, and some even smaller fry swimming at the back. There's absolutely loads of fry in this tank, as well as the two parents and their uncle down here at this end, who has the whole end, this end of the territory to himself. It's really quite cool to watch them interact as a family, and the parents, the mum and the dad, are really doing a great job caring for the kids. Some of the first generation fry, the older guys, they are getting bigger now. They are almost at full fish shaped, and then obviously the smaller ones are more like the little tadpoles that as you would be used to at this present moment in time for really small fry. But the parents are doing a really great job taking care of them. This is completely different to the first two times that I've had fry in this tank. So the first time the parents ate them, and the second time I removed them, and I've obviously got the fry growing out, which I'm just going to quickly show you now, just so you guys see how they're getting on. So here's one of the three fry that are in this tank. All three are getting on really well. You've got this one here, which is clearly a male, that one up there, which I think is a female, and this one down here that I think is a subdominant male. Quite happy with these guys. They're growing out nicely, and they're starting to grow up relatively big, and they'll be going back into their main tank in approximately 6 weeks time. So when it comes to these guys, I'm not breeding them for any other reason than for my own benefit. I don't wish to sell them. I'm just growing out the colony as best I can, and I'm waiting to see how the colony interacts with each other. The bigger that they get, the bigger the colony gets. Now, if the colony gets too big, and I feel like I have to intervene and help to manage the colony by moving some fish on, then I will do that. But that will only become as and when I feel that the colony gets too big. So I've started to hatch out brine shrimp again. Basically, this is just to help to increase fry production, and we've also seen the temperature in the room drop a little bit, so I've put the second heater back in there to help to boost the temperature back up. I feel like the dropping temperature has caused some of the fry to the fish to stop producing fry as well, so I'm hoping to boost the temperature, which will help to increase the fry production. So I've replanted and rescaped the display tank with loads more plants. I've got this red plant here, which I think looks really cool. It's like a really nice tall wooded plant, and then I've got a lot more Amazon swords, and I moved all the plants back a little bit to give it a bit more depth, and I've really planted this guy out a bit better. Really happy with it, really happy with how it's turned out. Everyone's getting on fine in here now. Everyone's kind of settled in really well. Unfortunately, this week we lost my female honey gourami. She succumbed to a long illness that she was fighting. I tried to, the advice that I was given was to give a Epsom salt bath, which I did, and then the next day she'd passed. So clearly it was either too far gone or whatever, and I'm really sad about it, but again, it's just something that happens. He's been fine, he's settled in okay without her, and all the rams are getting on really well, the same as the pistos that are in here getting on really well, and my Starlight Pleco is starting to grow out really nicely, as well as I do see a bit more of my L128 Blue Phantom now. He comes out from between that Java fern that's covering up his little hut down there, and it's really cool to see this tank interact now. That I'd lost a bit of love for this tank, but it's kind of come back in the last couple of weeks. So we added a second female to the Apistogramma agassizii tank. She seems to be settled in really well, and it's really helped to diffuse Percy's aggression. So Percy's at the back there, one of the females is up there in the corner, and the other one's just here. It's really helped to diffuse his aggression between everyone, and hopefully we're going to start to see some breeding soon. I've started to really put some of the brine shrimp into this tank to help to stimulate breeding. So with the pistos, what you want to do in order to trigger them small is to make sure that the parents know that there's lots of small foods in there for the fry to eat. So that's what I've been doing in order to get these guys ready to breed, and hopefully we're going to have some fry soon. So another thing this week is that I moved my Pistogramma Black Chin pair into this breeding tank. Really happy with how they're getting on, and there is a new small female in this tank to make them a trio. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to feed them some baby brine shrimp, and hopefully they will come and eat it for you guys. So there's the baby brine going in. there's the female starting to eat it. They're really skittish at the moment because they're obviously, and there's the small female there. So they're really skittish at the moment. They've been really a bit terrified since they've been put into this new tank, but hopefully over the next couple of days they'll settle themselves in. He's really starting to show his colour today, which he wasn't showing throughout the rest of the week, and as you can see, he's munching down on the brine shrimp. So I've been feeding this to them because it kind of helps, like I said before, to help stimulate their need to breed. And there's the new female there, and there's the other female there, and then he's just swam off into this cave here. I really like the way that this tank's actually designed. I'm really quite pleased with it, but I did not plant any of the plants. I left them all in the planting pots, just because I feel like actually that's going to be a better in terms of being able to remove fry from these tanks. So that tank was obviously inhabited by my Apistogramma elizabethae red male. Now I've decided not to breed him. I've decided that it was too much hassle trying to find a female for him, especially since he killed his original, and what I want to do instead is just give him a good life. So I've retired him to the retirement village, the tank underneath the bench, and he seems to have settled in fine down there. I'm not going to show you him today because it's a bit boring at the moment, but he's settled in fine, and I'll probably give you an update on him next week. But yeah, really happy with how this is all going, really happy with the setup now. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks we'll get some Inca 50 females for my Inca 50 male. I'm going to give you a quick look at him now and make sure that you guys know that he's all okay, and then I'll give you a quick update on the Pandoro and the fry, and then that'll be the end of today's video. So there's Kratos down there. He's fine in his tank, he loves living on his own, but obviously we're going to give him some females soon so that he can hopefully try and start breeding. The longer that he is on his own, the more concerned I get for him when the females arrive, just because he wasn't tolerant of the first female that he was with, and the longer that he's on his own, the bigger they get, the smaller the females are going to be in comparison to him when they arrive. So I really need to get these females in relatively quickly, because he's obviously a very big male, and I need to get them in quickly so that they can kind of settle in with him and help to start him to breed. So here are my Apistogramma Master Eye Gold or Red Mask spawn. I put a lot of plants in here to kind of give these guys a bit more cover and help them make them grow quicker. You can see there's some males starting to sex out really nicely now, and this guy down here is starting to look really good, and a few more other males knocking about. Now they're absolutely terrified of the camera, but I'm going to feed them some baby brine soon, and they should come out for me once I do that. The reason I put the plants in here was because basically I just wanted to give them a bit of cover, and it would help to make them colour up a bit more basically, and that's why I've done it in this tank. And lastly, my Cacatoides fry, they're going all guns blazes, and this tank's really clean at the moment, and you can see there's a really big male in that cave. He's massive in comparison to the rest, and I'm really happy with these guys' growth. Hopefully in the next couple of weeks we can start to see some more sexing out of the males and the females. Now this guy here, that's right in front of us, is clearly going to be a male, and his confidence is what sets him apart from the rest of the guys and the girls in here, and there's loads and loads of fry. So these guys will be making their way out hopefully soon, and I'm really happy with these guys. Hopefully we'll get a new spawn from the parents very soon, and we'll continue to grow the fry out. So that's it for another video. I really hope you've enjoyed the update. If you have, make sure you like and subscribe, follow me on Instagram, adams.aquatics, and join me next time for another video.